us. Okay, so this video is for how to learn Heian Nidan. So it's going to go nice and slowly, break down the moves and just working on techniques, angles and the combinations that we've got going on with it. So it's quite a nice kata. It's moving into a little bit more of a challenging kata than Takkyoku Shodan and Heian Shodan are. So you've got back stance, front stance. We've actually got motodachi, so that's a part stance, it's half stance as well. We've got some kicks, a kick in this one as well, which we haven't really had before. So the first thing we do is we step our left foot out. So normally when we're blocking we'd step back, but because it's kata, the application of a kata is completely different to the actual techniques in the kata. We step our left foot out to the left into back stance, and we do a double arm block. This is Heian Nidan, back arm block. So we're blocking with the backs of our arms. Okay, so our left foot steps to the left in back stance, and we look left as well. And we're trying to create a box that we can look through between our arms. So from the front, our left foot steps out, and both hands come up, Agioki-ish for the front one, and Heian Nidan, back arm block for the left arm. Okay. From the side, we step our left foot out, and we do our block. And you can see that I can see between my arms. Okay. So we step our left foot out, and we do our double block. 1. Our top hand, and I say top hand because we repeat it on the other side as well. So this time our right hand is going to come underneath our left. At the same time our left hand comes across, as if we're going to do a Gedanbarai, it comes right across to the ear. So you're punching Urazuki, close punch, but you're actually reaching out as well. Trying to keep those shoulders as forward as you can. So left foot steps out, double block. 1. Punching that right hand underneath. 2. Staying in that back stance. So from the side, it's 1, 2. So you can see this hand comes right up to the top. Our left hand, our top hand, now comes up Chudanzuki, so our elbow comes round and we punch to the side. Okay, it's not a sideways Tetsui, it's a Chudanzuki, so making sure it's a punch. So from the side this time, so it's left foot out for our double block. 1. Punching our top hand underneath. 2. And now Chudanzuki with our left hand. 3. And on this one, making sure those shoulders are squeezed back, that your hikite elbow is squeezed right in. Okay, so from the front. 1, 2, 3. We're now going to change direction. We go to the right this time, but we don't actually step our feet, we just turn them on the spot. So we drop our arms and turn our feet. At the same time we block, you've got to make sure that you're looking at the attacker. So you've got to make sure you're looking over your shoulder. So that looks like left out, 1, 2, 3. We drop the hands and look over our shoulder. We turn our feet as we block. 1. Left hand this time comes underneath. 2. Same technique, so hands coming up to the ear, punching out on the spot. 3. So from the top, and 1, 2, 3. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is where we now pull into our motodachi, our short stance. And we actually pull our left foot forward, so we're actually pulling ourselves up rather than stepping our front foot back. So for that move, so we've done our Chudanzuki with our right hand, and we're in our Kokutsudachi back stance. Our left foot steps up, not all the way. This is where we come up to our part stance, motodachi. So you've got sort of a foot, you've got one foot, space for another one, and then your other foot at the front. Okay. As we pull that left foot up, our right hand pulls back to our left hip. So we're already with hikite arm on our left arm. As we pull up, that front arm pulls back to the waist. Okay, so from the top, so into yoi, and 1, 2, 3. Turning the other way. 1, 2, 3. Pulling up into that half stance. Now, as you can see, I'm actually looking behind me on that one. So, to show you the technique we're going to do, I'm going to turn my back to start with for those first few moves. So, left foot steps out. 1, 2, 3. And then turning the other way. 1, 2, 3. Coming up into that half stance and looking behind. We're now going to do a Yokogiri Kiyagi, which is a side snap kick towards the back. And we're going to do Uraken, so back fist. So the hand comes from our hip around. And you're doing it Jodan. So it doesn't turn direction, it just goes straight round and you're going Jodan. At the same time, we do a Kiyagi snap kick. So for this video, we're going to do it to start with nice and slow, so it won't necessarily be much of a snap, but to get those moves going, and then when we put it together at the end, it'll be the snap. So from our motodachi, from our part stance, our right foot comes up and our left foot stays nice and planted, keeping that knee soft, okay? And as you see, as we always say with our kicks, make sure it comes back to the knee. There's a part-way motion on this. So we come up, kick. That hand to start with stays out once the foot comes back to the knee. Because then, from here, we turn to face the front and we get ready for a shuto. So we're going to land in back stance, our right foot's going to land, and we're going to end up in shuto. So you come into that ready position and change the direction that you're looking. So that when you land, the elbow would hit somebody's solar plexus. Left hand at the front, that could be blocking a punch as it's coming in. So it could be a two-person attack, could just be one, but make sure you've got that arm coming right in for that elbow. So from the front, we'll go from the top. 1, 2, 3. Turning, 1, 2, 3. Pulling up into that half stance, looking to the back for our kick. 1, and landing. Okay, so from at the side, we go our left foot out. 1, 2, 3. Turning round. 1, 2, 3. Pulling up into that half stance, looking behind for the kick, kick, turning, landing in that shuto. And that's in a strong back stance. Okay, we're then going to do some shutos forward, and we're almost at the first half of the kata. So, from the top, going to the left. 1, 2, 3. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Pulling up and kicking behind. 1, shuto. 2. We now shuto forward. 1, and that's in back stance. Nice and simple. Shuto again. 2. Now from here, our left foot stays where it is and our left hand drops. So we've done our shuto block, and we do a teo sayoki pressing block. Okay, so it's an open hand pressing block. So pressing, we then step forward, as we've done with our shutos here on our basics. Okay, just press our left hand down and our right hand, as we step forward into front stance, comes forward Shihon Nukite, and that's our Kiai. Our left hand is just underneath our elbow, so it's supporting the elbow as we drive forward. Make sure we've got a box at the front. Okay, so going from our, so we've done our kick, landed in our shuto. So we're going to step forward, shuto, 1, shuto, 2. And now press that hand over and step forward, nukite. Okay, so do that again. So we've landed in shuto and coming forwards. 1, 2, pressing block, step forward, and that's kiai. So we'll do the first half to count, and then we'll move on to the second half, which I'll work from this end. Okay, so left foot stepping out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pulling up, 7, kick, 8, shooter, 9, shooter, 10, again, 11, pressing block and step forward for the nukite. Okay, make sure on that nukite you're doing a proper forward step. I'm shuffling because of spacing. Okay, so that's our first ki. So we've got a teo soki, pressing block, shihon nukite, 4-finger spear hand. Okay, that's the first half of the kata. Now the second half is a little bit more fiddly. So we start off as we end with Heian Shodan, and we have 4 shutos. So across the back, 45 degrees, across the back, 45 degrees. So reasonably simple at this point. So starting off from our ki, which is our shihon nukite, right leg forward, right hand forward. We step our left foot around into back stance, shuto uki. Point 45 degrees to say that's the way we're going. We step forward along that arm. Again, back stance. Move our front foot, our right foot in and across for our shuto uki, right leg forward. Point the right hand, left hand to the ear, stepping along that 45 degree line. Shuto. Okay, so nice and simple from there. So from the nukite, step round, shuto, shuto 2, 3, 4. Okay, so as we've said in the basics, making sure you're getting those big moves in, so pointing, turning the head to show which way you're going. So once we've done our 4 shutos, this is where it can get a little bit confusing. So we're in our left leg forward, left hand up. Our right hand at our waist comes up behind us. Okay, so from our back stance, bearing in mind this would be the 45 degree angle, the right hand comes up and you're striking heito behind you, ridge hand, up behind. At the same time that this right hand moves, our left foot steps across. So it's almost like you're in a reverse front stance. So it's like you're doing a front stance but looking the other way. Okay, so from shuto here, right hand comes up, left foot steps across. Okay, so from the angle of the kata, across. So it's coming across. You've got to step quite away to make sure that when you turn, you end up in front stance. So you have to step further than you think you need to. So left leg forward shuto, right hand comes up for the ridge hand, left foot steps behind. Don't move that left hand just yet. Okay. Our right hand at the top, it's now going to draw like a slide. So it starts at the top and it changes direction. So it starts and draws an S. Okay, so it starts at the top and comes round. As it comes round to the front, our hips turn in and we do an uchi-uki, inside block on spot. That's gyaku, it's a reverse one. So you've got to make sure that you get that hip in and you therefore have to pull your left foot back ever so slightly. So to demonstrate. Left foot forward, shuto. Our left foot steps across, right hand up. Left hand comes under, all the way to the waist. As we turn, the left hand comes to the waist, hikite, and we twist. Okay, so you're making sure you're getting that full body twist, which means to get the gyaku block, you have to shorten your stance. And it's only half a step, it's not much at all. So left foot out, across, right hand up, swinging it down, and block. Okay, so a little bit slower, moving it across, down, doing the sweep, so it comes right down underneath to the waist, and as we turn into front stance. Okay, and then as that comes into the block, pushing that right hip in and pulling that left foot back. Okay, so from the nukite, from the first ki, left foot goes round, left foot shuto, point, right foot shuto, right shuto, point, left shuto. Left foot steps across, right hand up to the back, swinging underneath and block. And pull that front foot back slightly. We now do a right leg maigeri, chudan. As it lands, gyakuzuki punch, so a reverse punch. We're then going to do an inside block on the spot. So our right hand points out, our left hand comes to our waist, but it's gyaku again, so we're going to shorten our stance slightly. Okay. So, from the shuto, so this is the fourth shuto, stepping across, swinging underneath, inside block. Right maigeri, left gyakuzuki. Left hand comes underneath, uchiuki, inside block. We then do a left leg maigeri. As we land, gyakuzuki. Okay, so we go from the Heian Nidan. So turning our left foot round, shuto. 1, 2, 3, 4. Striking to the back, blocking to the front. Maigeri, land gyakuzuki. Now gyaku, reverse, inside block. Left leg maigeri, right gyakuzuki. Okay, so from our right gyakuzuki, so we've done our left kick, right gyakuzuki. We're then going to do uki, so it's an augmented forearm block. We're going to drop our left hand down. Our right hand comes right across to the top, so it's almost at the shoulder. And a lot of people tend to do it from the waist. We need to make sure it comes from the shoulder for a proper block. As we step forward into front stance, our arms change. So we're blocking with our right arm, or we'll have our right leg forward. So going from our shuto here, we step across and scoop. We're going to do maigeri, gyakuzuki. Inside block on the spot. Left leg, maigeri, gyakuzuki. So now, if I shuffle back. Okay, so we've got our right gyakuzuki, left leg forward. Drop the left hand, right hand comes across to the top. Step forward and change the arms. And the knuckles are on the elbow. Okay? So going from right gyakuzuki, left leg forward. Drop the left arm, right arm to the shoulder, step forward and block. Okay, let's do that once more. So the drop of the arm and the hand coming across is actually simultaneous. You're doing that together. Step to block. Okay, so we end up with 4 quite nice simple moves at the end. Our second kiai is on the very last move of the kata. So we're going to go from our uki, and we're going to turn our left foot all the way round, and we're going to do a gidambarai. So a left gidambarai. Okay, so going from our right uki, left leg steps all the way around, front stance, gidambarai. We're then going to do the angles again, so we're doing 45-degree angles, pointing, and we're going to step forward, agi-uki. Our right leg steps behind for a downward block in front stance. We look 45 degrees and point, and this is our kiai. Hey! So that's our last move. Okay? So if we do those again, so from the uki with our right leg, right arm forward, we're going to turn with our left leg, gidambarai. So left foot all the way round, downward block. 45 degrees, right agi-uki. Changing behind, right gidambarai. Stepping forward, hit for your left agi-uki. And that's on the 45-degree angle. And then pulling back into yoi. Okay, so we'll do that second half all the way through, and then we'll put the whole kata together nice and slowly, and then we'll do it time and count. So we'll start from our Heian Nidan, so our right hand forward, in front stance, right leg forward. So we're going to turn all the way around into back stance shuto. 1, 2, 3, 4. stand up, step across, turning 5. Kick, Gyakuzuki. Inside block on the spot. Maigeri, Gyakuzuki, step forward, Maroteuki. So left leg all the way around, downward block. 1, Agiyuki, 2, downward block, 3, and then finishing on the 45-degree angle, hey, 4. Okay, so from the top, nice and slowly together, and then we'll go for time and count. It won't be rushed through because we want to make sure you know the kata rather than just throwing it together haphazardly. Okay, so feet together, and right, and yoi. Heian Nidan to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kicking to behind. Coming up. 7. And Shuto. Shuto forward. 8, 9. Pressing block, step forward. Hey. So now we've got our 4 Shutos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scooping that right hand back for the Heito and block. So Maigeri, Gyakuzuki. Inside block on the spot. Maigeri, Gyakuzuki. Step forward, Maroteuki. Left leg round for the Gidan-barai. Agiyuki, Gidan-barai, and Hei, Agiyuki. Anyame. Feet together, and Rei. Us. Okay, so we'll go through it again, but there won't be the instructions, we'll just go through nice and slowly. The video that we've got on YouTube already does show it as time and count, so you can work from that, but for now, nice and slowly all the way through. So, Hajime. Hey. Hey. And Yame. So obviously the second half I'm going away from the camera, so for that purpose I'm going to go with my back to the camera to start with, and then I'll do the whole kata again. We'll do it slow together. Hajime. Hey. Hey. Okay. So although some of that was with my back to the camera, at least you get to see both angles on it. So do practice it nice and slowly, get through those motions, the bits that you get stuck on, go back to those parts of the video, and I hope you managed to learn Heian Nidan from that. So feet together, and Rei.